Hey folks, Colton Woods here, and we got some very exciting news. Today is Valentine's Day, and unfortunately, we don't have a sappy video for you today of a little pony holding a rose in its mouth or anything like that. But what we do have is some exciting news that we'll be competing in the 2019 Extreme Mustang Makeover event here in Lexington, Kentucky. With it being Valentine's Day today, that means that we're just over a week away from pickup, and I like to plan things out. I've really resorted on writing my thoughts down in like a journal here lately. It's helped me process a lot of what's going on with my training horses, what's going on the business side of things, and it's been just a really good way for me to lay things out, think through things, and almost like have a sounding board if you talk to a friend. Essentially, I found a lot of benefit in writing things down. And so I came in here into the lab after we finished riding horses, and I was starting to write these things down, and I wanted to kind of share some of these things with you guys because as we go through the 2019 journey of the Extreme Mustang Makeover event, we want to bring some more video footage to you guys as we go throughout the process, because last year we had the opportunity to compete in the 2018 Extreme Mustang Makeover, and that was my first time competing with this event and first time taking a Mustang from the wild to competition in 120 days. And what an incredible experience it was. I had a very sweet horse. Ironically, we named her Sweet Caroline, and she was very special. We shared a lot of milestones together, a lot of life events together that mean a lot to me, and she taught me a ton along the way. And so I got to try a lot of different things, try out different philosophies, different ideas that I've had that maybe I couldn't try with my client horses. But part of what I did that competition for in 2018 was to help a horse find a second chance at finding a home forever. To learn as much as I can and to bring awareness to these horses and have fun. And so we did that, and it far surpassed everything. The Mustang community is absolutely phenomenal. And so I learned so much this last year and met so many incredible people along the way that I just, even though it's a lot really tight with the way our clinic schedule and training horse schedule is, I just couldn't turn down the opportunity to have the opportunity to apply to be in the 2019 Extreme Mustang Makeover event. So we're very excited to be able to do that again. And as I'm going into this, one of the things we didn't do last year was do a whole lot of marketing on that horse. I was very focused on the horse itself, doing that training, serving my client horses, teaching our clinics. And it's a pretty incredible journey. It takes a lot of time. We've kind of looked at how much time it does take, and depending on who you ask, these horses have probably a minimum of a year's worth of training them. It's not a process that you can get done with an hour session once a day with these horses. It takes a lot of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours to help these horses make the changes and to be able to find their true potential within themselves to be successful at this competition within a domesticated setting and to be desirable when they go on to their second home after the competition. And so as we prepared, I wrote down a few goals that I have that I wanted to share with you guys as we get ready to go into this competition. For those of you guys that don't know, it's not this one that we don't actually get to pick our horses. It's a random selection. So we show up, we sign the paperwork, they give us a packet, and in the packet it has the horse's tag number, what pen it's in. So it's gonna be a 3 to 6 year old mare gelding. That's all we know at this point. And so we pick up in Springfield, Ohio in just about a week, and we'll find out then what we got. So I'm super excited for this opportunity. But as we get into the goals here, like the main goal for me at the end of the 120 days is that I'm training this horse for somebody else. And so I want this horse to be as safe and as dependable as I can possibly make it in 120 days. And so I want this horse to be safe, dependable, and desirable to somebody as we approach the competition. So that horse has the best chance it possibly can to find a forever loving home. We got truly blessed with Sweet Caroline, that fact that she went to some folks by the names of Julie and Lane Pershing in Iowa, and gosh, I couldn't be more ecstatic that they got to take that horse home. And so as we keep looking around, I want to make sure like every one of these horses have their own unique talents. And so as we go through the competition, or as we go through the training before the competition, one of my main goals is to showcase that horse's abilities. They're all different. And so to really get to know that horse, to highlight what that horse enjoys doing and what that horse is truly good at. So that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to. Number 3, learn as much as I can. This, as for us as aspiring horsemen, you know, we have to keep investing in ourselves, and this very much is a way for me to invest in my own horsemanship and my own education, is to take something, a very extreme type event, and push myself and push my horsemanship for the better of the horse without sacrificing the horse, and to really dig deep and find new ways of thinking and looking at things, and to keep stretching my horsemanship so that we can help more and more horses. And so I continue learning, so that whether it's my training horses, clinic horses, teaching other people, I can be more effective on all fronts with training horses on my end and helping other people train their horses. So this is very much something I look forward to. Have fun. The Mustang community, like I've already said, they're some of the best folks out there, and it's a true pleasure to be able to go and compete and get to see all these good friends again, and to meet so many new people. So as we're going through this and we're sharing videos with you guys, please like chime in, send us messages, whatever you want to along the way, because it's, you know, it's so nice to meet people from all around the world and all around the country that share the love for these horses, and for horses in general, and are following along the journey. So and my last one is my last goal, and essentially kind of rule. It really kept me grounded throughout my 2018 makeover. It helps me all the time. It's something I try to constantly remind myself, and it is to take the time it takes so it takes less time in the end. When I was working my 2018 horse, I remember going through week 1, man, we were cruising. She was doing super well, got the first touch, got her leading, got her to where we could rub her some different objects. I got 2 rides on her in the first week, and they were great rides. And then week 2, we kind of just went flatline a little bit. She wasn't quite as sure with a few things as we kept going. And so essentially I spent a lot of time in week 2 just repeating the same thing that we did in week 1. And so knowing we only had so many weeks, I was a little concerned. I was like, gosh, am I losing time here because we're not making any progress? But I stuck with it, could see the horse was concerned about a few things, spent the time to help that horse build some confidence in those things. And when week 3 rolled around, or give or take, whenever the day was, we were off and running. We were starting to put that 9th, 10th, 11th ride on her, and the confidence was coming out, and we were able to really get into the progression part, whereas we were making progress in confidence, but it was more subtle. It was more within the horse versus what you could see was going on outside. As far as like, we weren't making progress like going over new obstacles, but within her there was confidence building. She was building some trust and willingness. And so, you know, that was a very crucial week early on, and I just had to keep telling myself it's no problem. I know we only got so many weeks, but we got time. We can, if we need to put in more time at the end, we can, but just stick with it, stick with what you know. And so that's my plan this time around, is to take the time it takes so it takes less time in the end. And so, you know, we've got a few things that we're going to do a little different this year. You know, I learned a lot going through the competition, and then during the competition, I was blessed to have some good friends, you know, share some advice in the middle of the moment, because I had never even shown a horse before in my life. So to go from never showing a horse to take a horse that's from completely wild to 120 days trying to train it, and then have to showcase it in a pretty stellar arena with some extremely good other horsemen and women in there, I was a little green when it came to the show horse side of things. And so, you know, we got some advice along the way. I learned some things that I would do differently this time, and we're certainly going to change our game plan up a bit to help fit this model of this competition and to help fit the horse, whichever horse we particularly end up drawing. But guys, we're super excited to have you along for the journey. This is just a little insight as we get set to start out on the 2019 Extreme Mustang Makeover Kentucky event. And be sure, get involved, send us messages, join our Facebook group, follow us on the page, share this with your friends. Like, it's such a great community to be a part of, and we're going to share with you